All right. So as I said, today we are going to walk through SmartStake in a very simple and structured way. My goal here is not to explain how it works, but to make sure that by the end of this workshop, you actually feel comfortable using it, using SmartStake, because staking can sometimes feel technical, but in reality, the logic behind it is very intuitive once you understand the mechanics. So we'll go step by step, and I will highlight the few key concepts that really matter using SmartStake, especially the one that are not obvious at first. So just relax, follow along, and by the end, everything will make sense. So let's start with the foundation. When we say staking, what we really mean is this. You are committing your oil tokens to the protocol for a certain period of time. And in exchange for that commitment, the system rewards you. And now what's important to understand here is that your rewards are not random. They are directly linked to three things: how much you stake, how long you lock it, and which tier you fall into. So this is not about speculation, it's a structured system. And one key point, and I really want to emphasize this here, is your token always remain yours. They are locked by the smart contract, yes, but no one can access them, not even the admin. So from the beginning, this is a non-custodial system. Only you can access your staked token. And let's talk about tiers, because this is where the structure begins. The protocol organizes users into 5 different tiers, from Crude to LightSweet tiers. And it's based purely on the amount of oil token that you staked. So don't choose your tier manually, the system assigns it automatically. And each tier comes with two main characteristics. First, the potential reward level, which increase as you go higher. And second, the vesting duration, which also becomes longer. And the vesting duration is directly linking to your pending reward. So the reward that you got from the tiers, based on the tiers, they will have a cliff period or a vesting period. And here it's the current cliff that you can see, 30 days up to 90 days. And the target is to lower those cliff as soon as possible. And you already have, and I will show you directly from the DApp, the final target for those specific vesting rewards. So higher tiers means more power, but also more commitment. And psychologically, what this creates is very interesting because it creates a natural progression and people tend to move up over time. And that's part of the design. And now beyond tiers, you also choose something very important: your lock duration. And here, there are really two different approaches. On one side, you have short-term staking with fixed APY from 2.5 up to 2.8. It's very simple. It's very predictable. And on the other side, you have long-term staking up to 365 days. And this is where things become way much more powerful. Because the moment you go above 15 days, you enter a dynamic system. Your rewards are no longer fixed. They depend on your weight in the system. And this is where strategy begins. Short terms gives you flexibility, but long term gives you leverage. And for the APY formula, and let's simplify the core formula, everything resolves around one concept: weight. Your weight is simply your amount multiplied by your lock duration. So naturally, someone staking more for longer will have significantly more influence in the system. Then all the weights of all users are combined inside a tier. And your share of rewards is simply your proportion of that total. So if you represent, for example, 10% of the total weight, you receive 10% of the reward. Or if you hold 50% of the total weight, you receive 50% of the reward. This is what makes the system fair. It's purely mathematical, no interpretation. And there is something very important to understand, that this is not a static system, it's alive. Your APY is constantly evolving based on what other users are doing. If someone leaves the pool, your share increases. If someone enters, your share decreases. If penalties are generated, the pool grows. If rewards are claimed, the pool shrinks. So instead of a fixed yield, you have a dynamic ecosystem. And that's why two users in the same tier can experience very different outcomes over time. Let's have a look where the rewards actually come from. The protocol was initialized with a fixed reward pool of 3.5 million oil as a soft launch. 16.5 million are going to be added in the coming weeks, which represent a total of 20 million oil token to be distributed amongst all the stakers. So right now it was initialized with the fixed amount of 3.5 million oil, and this pool is divided across the 5 tiers. And what's important here is that the distribution is not equal. Higher tiers receive a significantly larger portion of the rewards. And then this pool is released over time, linearly over 365 days. So every day, a portion of the pool is distributed, which means the system is predictable, but still dynamic is how rewards are shared. And the vesting, this is a key concept, because even when rewards are generated, you don't receive them instantly. They go through a waiting period, the vesting. And this period depends on your tier. We can ask ourselves, why does this exist? It's pretty straightforward. It's because it prevents short-term behavior and protects the stability of the protocol or in market behavior. It encourages patience, and the system reward is not just a participation, but a commitment over time. So this is why there is this vesting period. And again, that cliff period will be downgrade, and you can have directly, we will see later on the DApp, the final target for all those tier and their vesting period from fresh reward. Synchronization. This is probably the most important concept of the entire system. The protocol works in what we call lazy mode, which means rewards are calculated continuously, but they are not riding on chain automatically. They only become real on blockchain when you interact with the contract. And that's what the sync button does. It takes what has been accumulating and makes it official on chain. And now the key reassurance here is even if you don't synchronize, or if you click on the flush button, you will see we will do a more friendly words on the front end. So I will show you in a moment. But even if you don't do nothing, you don't lose anything. Your rewards are still there. They are just not yet materialized on chain. And they are waiting you to be switched on chain, directly validated, materialized on the blockchain. So let's make this very concrete with an example. Imagine you stake like 100,000 oil token, for example, and you let rewards. Oh, sorry. Let me go back on my Zoom. Uh, Perfect here. I just got the call on the notebook and then everything collapsed, but it's fine. Perfect. So as I was saying, imagine you stake those 100,000 oil token and you let your rewards accumulate for several days. During that time, the system tracks everything internally. Then when you will click that sync button, that flush button, or that move my reward to vesting button, the contract processes everything at once. It creates entries, starts vesting, and updates the pool. So sync is simply the moment where everything becomes real. And the cost is extremely low because we are on the Polygon, the POS. It's almost negligible. So you can decide your own rhythm. And that's the magic of the sync. You can do it each 24 hours, once a month, once per semester, whatever you want to do it. You don't lose anything. And once you sync, it's official, it's materialized, it's on chain. And there is a question that a lot of people can ask is what happens if I forget? But I already answered that because the answer is pretty simple. Nothing bad. Your rewards again are not lost. They are just waiting. And when you come back on the DApp, on the staking platform, you can sync everything at once. The only nuance is this. The system uses current conditions when processing. So if the pool has changed, your final share may be slightly different. And that's why I personally recommend syncing, clicking that famous button regularly. But again, nothing will be lost. So now the claim, the claim function. And when it's come to claiming reward, you have a choice. You can either wait the vesting period to fulfill the vesting period and your reward being vested. So you receive everything. Or maybe you are a little bit anxious or in need or whatever. You can claim early, but with a penalty. And this penalty is intentionally high. Why? Because the system is designed to reward patience. So early claim is possible and we make it possible, but it's not the optimal strategy. The system is aligned toward long-term behavior. So let's say on day one, you have some reward, you click on the SIG button, you will see them on vesting, then you want to see how it works and you click early claim. Let's say you had, for example, 100 oil token for that specific day. By clicking early claim, you will have a 75% penalty. on every invested reward. In this situation, after one day, they are all investing. So you will have 75% penalty on those 100 oil tokens. So you will receive 25 tokens. The other 75, they are still existing. They are materialized, but they will be added to the pool where you are staking your token. So everyone in the same tier as you will basically be happy because you claim earlier, because that will make the pool increasing and so on, the APY and the reward they can have per day. So anyway, we build it this way. You can do whatever you want. Early claim, that's fine, but there is a penalty. Or you can wait those specific rewards to be fully vested, and you can claim all without any penalties. Now the instaking function. And let's talk about your principal. You can withdraw your old token at any time. But again, timing matters. If you wait until maturity, everything is returned. Let's say you lock your token for 7 days, 15 days, 100 days, 200 days, whatever. After that lock period, you can unstake your token, and you should unstake your token because they won't be active, meaning they won't generate any more rewards because your lock period is over. So you can unstake your token and you receive 100% of what you staked. That's logical. But let's say life sometime is tough, there is some situation, there is some need, emergency, and so on. We designed the system to let you, even if you decided to lock for a specific period of time, we allow you to exit earlier. But there is again a penalty. And this penalty is not lost again for you, yes, but it goes back into the system, into the same tiers where you were, and all those people will be very happy for you to unstake your token earlier because you will got 35% penalty on the amount that you unstake. Meaning, let's say you stake 200,000 or 100,000 token, but you just decided to unstake 50,000 token, you will only have the 35% penalty on those 50,000 token. The other will remain staking, will just earn less reward because you will have less staked token, and so on and so on. Or you can stake everything and got the penalty on the overall amount. So once again, it's reward those who stay committed. Now let's talk about the dashboard, the function that matters the most for your personal stakes, which is in the My Position view on your rewards. So when you look at your dashboard, you will see several matters, several numbers, I mean, and it's important to understand what they mean. Some values are live estimates. They are projections. Others are already locked and confirmed on chain. So the key idea here is what you see is partly dynamic and partly finalized. And the transition happens at sync. So when you click the move my reward to vesting, flush bottom or sick bottom, you will see different words for that. And we'll find out one for the public, and I guess it will be move your reward to vesting. When you click on that button, this is where you do the transition between dynamic and materialized on-chain. Let's talk about APY. And one thing that can surprise users is that the APY changes. And that's completely normal because it reflects real activity inside the system. So instead of focusing on the number at a specific moment, you should think in terms of average over time. Your real performance is not a snapshot, it's a journey. Some new stakers will join, some reward will be claimed, some others will leave, some penalty will return. So your APY, if you are staking starting from 15 days up to 365 days, remember the APY is dynamics. So it will move up, move down, and it will follow the activity, the real activity inside the protocol, inside the smart stake for oil token. Penalties, we already talked about it, but there is two types of penalties. One for exiting your stake early, and the other one for claiming reward early. Both are designed to discourage short-term behavior. But more importantly, both are redistributed into the pool. So they are not gaining by the protocol or whatever, they are directly fueling the pool where you are staking, making all the other stakers very happy. So penalties don't disappear. They benefit other participants. Let's talk about security because this is fundamental. Your funds are protected by multiple layers, smart contract logic, multi-sig control, and time delays. But the most important concept is this. This is a non-custodial system, which means no one can take your funds, not even the admin. They are controlled for safety, but not for ownership. And that's a critical difference in SmartStake protocol. So to conclude, there are really 5 key principles to remember. Choose your strategy carefully. Be consistent with your sync. Move your reward to vesting bottom. Be patient with your rewards. Avoid unnecessary penalties. And most importantly, remember that your oil token always remains yours. If you follow these principles, you will navigate the system very efficiently. But now let's open the discussion. I'm happy to answer any question. And in a moment, I will just, let me see now if I already upload the updated version, but I will show you in a moment of the smart stake, so I can show you a live example as well. And if you have some question, it will be easier for me at some point to answer them. So just feel free to write on the chat or to turn on your microphone. Let me just stop the record and we can do another one for question if needed.
The recording has stopped.
Hey, Leon. Yeah, this is a good question. And there is 2 answers for that. The first one is no. If you stake your token, so that means you will move your token to the staking protocol or the staking smart contract. The staking smart contract is whitelisted and the whole oil token ecosystem. So that means you can stake, unstake with penalties, claim reward with penalties. It won't affect at all your eligibility to diamond ends. But now, if you claim some reward, that's the answer of the second question, the reward will be then available on your wallet, the one that you use for staking. And let's say if the same wallet is the one eligible to diamond ends, and you send out this token to another wallet or you sold this token, then yes, the system will detect that you transfer out some token to a non-whitelist address, so you will lost the eligibility to diamond ends until the next oil token minting allocation. The allocation from the staking for UNFT, not the one for SmartStake, which is something different. So to answer your question, Leon, no, you can stake your token with a SmartStake. It won't affect at all your eligibility. But if you send out the token that you claimed as rewards to another wallet or you sold them, then yes, if the wallet was eligible to Diamond End, you will lose this eligibility. And thank for the question, Leon. Very important, and this one matters. Yeah, exactly. Jason was talking about numbers, about the pricing, and this is like first come, first serve as it's the beginning. But I'm pretty sure then maybe administrator will decide to lower. But right now it won't be the case, and that will reward all those people that decided to commit themselves, not waiting from the UNFT to generate those oil token to participate. Of course, there was a lot of people because maybe some of them don't have the condition to buy more token on the market, but they are UNFT stakeholder and they will generate their oil token. And once they reach at least 50,000, they will enjoy the smart stake, and which is fine. But we designed this amount at the beginning because 50,000 token was 125, less than $200, which was affordable. And the idea here is for the people that commit themselves first to enjoy the meaning of smart stake with higher rewards, and to make sure that the one that commit themselves into the ecosystem will be rewarded as well in the long term. But for sure, at some point where the ecosystem will grow bigger, we will allow holder with less than 50,000 token to be part of SmartStake as well. But right now you have the time, so you can enjoy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No, I got it. But by design is not possible, and this is what makes the system fair and safe. And this is also exactly why the smart state has been launched as a strategic standpoint, because that allow the people that want to commit themselves to participate into the secondary market and to create that dynamics. Uh, I also myself have a lot of UNFT that I purchased and that I want to enjoy on the smart stake, but this is how the system have been built, and people need to wait those oil token to be able to claim them per the week limits and so on before they are able to stake. And the other option is to buy back those token through smart match or directly through the centralized exchange. But I know at some point it can be frustrated, But this is exactly also by design, not to create frustration, but to create fairness, because some people will know oil token because they navigate into the secondary market and so on, and they will discover oil token, they will see how it works, and maybe they will find out smart stake for oil token even before knowing they can purchase UNFT and produce those oil token. So this is to be fair between those two specific, let's say, holder, the one that generate the token from the UNFT, but also the one that just discovered the token by his market activity. Yeah, per Roostabot. No, I know, and the answer it's pretty simple as well. It's because UNFT is very affordable for mainly the World Web3 ecosystem. So the idea behind it is to also understand that Roostabot is the one with a lower vesting period. So the one that directly affect the market at the beginning. Later on, when the market grows and the market running as it's starting right now, that doesn't matter. But right now, it's to also preserve and make it fair for the public and the secondary market again. So if you want more token, Leon, you can hire your UNFT or you can buy on the secondary market. But at some point, it will be lower, so people will be able to enjoy the ride. But right now, as it's the beginning, let's say it's I will call it incubation phase, and I'm not the one decided it. I'm just giving my let's say opinion, like advising how the thing is working in the market. And right now, as it's incubation, what we want to reward is the one that commit themselves. And if I, let's say now I'm an older, if I commit myself, I want also to be rewarded and I want to feel different and having different access. And this is exactly where SmartStake stands at this specific moment of the incubation. And that allow me to decide, because at the end of the day, yes, it took some time, but we are talking about a 10 years allocation mining for generating the world supply of oil token. And there is always a portion that will fuel the smart stake. So let's say even if it take 1 years and a half for someone getting one time a UNFT generating enormous rewards right now because there is only 1,500 UNFT mint for the digital oil. So it's less than so much. It's less than 1% basically. So it's pretty little numbers. So that means your reward is very high right now, even for Roostabot. So let's say it took 1 year and a half. In 1 year and a half, maybe you can open door to a VIP smart stake that allow you to generate even more rewards. And let's say in 1 year and a half, with all those royalty agreements flowing into the market, buying back, burning those tokens, what will look the price? Because at the end, you know more or less, it's dynamics as well for the UNFT, how long it will take to generate those amounts. 1 year, 2 years, then you have full 8 years when you can enjoy. And I'm just telling you, if we don't lower the entry of 50,000, but if it goes to 20,000, for example, or 10,000, then even in 1 year, as a rooster boot for $125 UNFT price, it's an insane opportunity when we will see, for example, a higher price of the token. Let's speculate a little bit to just have a better vision. What I say is not what will happen in the market. It's just to make the perspective a little bit different. And for the Rooster Boots perspective, in 1 year, and now let's say there is each year, I don't know, maybe 20 million token. One night, like $1.3 million. But tomorrow, let's say it will be 5, 10, or $20 million for the same amount of token. And as a Rooster Boot, it took you 1 year or 2 years to enter the first year and grab a portion of those $5 or $10 million, starting with $125 UNFT that produced the oil token, and that makes you then at some point leveraging using the SmartStake oil token. So this is how I see it. I'm not telling you that will happen this way with the price exploding and so on. I don't know what the market will look like tomorrow, but it's just to understand that even if sometimes it took more time, at the end of the day, once all the Worcester boots will be sold out, imagine the price to the entry on the market with no one being able to buy more Worcester boots. That will be frustrated at all. But now we are at the beginning, so there is plenty of opportunity, and this is the law of market. As Jason mentioned in the chat, he says something that the I don't have it anymore. The longer you wait, I don't know, what did you say? The longer one wait, the higher the barrier to entry. So this is exactly what I mean here. So let's go back to the question. Sorry, Leon, I trip with the answer, but it just gives you my my perspective and my vision in the market. Mitchell. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. No, what? No, the minimum to stake is 50,000 right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you can. But you
Well,
have to stake a limit of 50,000. Let's say you can do 50,000, then 10,000. You can do 50,000, then any numbers above 50,000. Mhm. Exactly. Right now, no, but in the future, you will be able to do that.
so the tier one, the sweet premium tier, that's only for the tier ones, right? The
The
operators.
LightSweet is the higher one. It's the fifth tiers, which require 2.5 million. I guess it's, I don't remember right now. Let me check on the DApp itself. Or it's 7.5 million token, something like that. Let me see.
'Cause I remember in the presentation that Shad had recorded, the AI presentation between the dialogue, and they were talking about certain levels can only be accessed by tier one operators, meaning the actual providers who are staking the barrels of crude. Is that one of the
No,
options?
no, you are making confusion with UNFT.
Oh, okay. Not, it doesn't apply for the token
No,
staking.
no, 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 no. It doesn't
Okay,
apply here. Everyone can participate to each tiers. It depends only on the amount you would stake.
got you.
Starting from 50,000 for the crude one, up to 10 million to the LightSweet.
That's a goal, definitely.
Yeah, that one will be very insane because now it's accumulating all those rewards. So when someone reaches this one, it will pop up at once for him. So it's very crazy. There is a question here from Mitchell. Are there limits on how much can be purchased through Smart Match? I tried to buy yesterday, but the order was never filled. I will answer this question even if it's not related to Smart Stake. Smart Match, when you try to do the buying, Mitchell, I guess it's you then that buy through Instant Swap. Because I don't know if you know that, but when you go to Smart Match, you can click on the Telegram link, join the channel, and anytime someone do a sell or a buy, you receive the live alert. So you can follow what happened in Smart Match. So yes, Michael, that's normal because at some point there were not sellers willing to sell you their token. So this is why smart match, you will see it sometimes it can take 15 minutes up to 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, even 1 day, 2 days, depending on the demand. And at some point, there is already sellers. So when you will try to do a buy, you will see it will be instant. If it's the case, that means you have someone willing to match your orders and you don't wait 15 minutes, 1 hour, it will be automatic. So it's depend on the demand, Mitchell. So yes, that's normal.
Right now, it's a buyer's market, not a seller's market, but yeah.
Yeah. The sellers are small over here, but at some point, when you see the price impact on the instant swap, which is Uniswap basically, at some point it can worth the time 1, even 2 days. It's everyone can have its strategy for that. No, Terrell, UNFT transfer. Yeah. UNFT transfers don't disqualify diamond and status. Uh, this is a good question. Basically, if you don't have any UNFT staked after you transfers your token, after you transfer so your UNFT, then you won't be eligible because you won't have any UNFT staked. But the thing is, by transferring UNFT that have been staked, all those pending rewards will be lost. So let's say you have your NFT staked and there is, I don't know, 1 or 2 or 3 million oil token pending, and you decide to unstake those UNFT and restake, it will start from zero. But let's say you have your UNFT and you never stake, yes, you can transfer your UNFT. You won't lose your diamond reward eligibility because diamond reward eligibility will check if you transfer oil token, not if you transfer UNFT. It will check 3 things. One thing, if you have at least one UNFT staked. The second thing, it will check if you do any oil token transfer to a non-whitelist address. And the third one is you need to stake at least, I guess it's 60 days. I don't have all the numbers in my head, but you can see it on the DApp. Or 120 days. I guess it was the sweet spot. Let me just check. So this is basically the 3 conditions. Diamond heads.
Mhm.
60 days. 60 days.
Right. What about so let me know if I understand this correctly, Brother Thomas. So if I have NFT staked in one wallet, right, and let's say I purchase another one from that same wallet, my plan is to not hypothetically, right, hypothetical situation. My plan is to not unstake the ones that are already staked, but send the one that I just purchased to another wallet. That does
Then you
not
will be fine.
that does not disqualify diamond head
No.
status. Right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Always welcome. Brother Tyrion. Or maybe you wanted to see the smart stake DApp. If you have any question or if it was pretty clear. Remember one thing. Let me try to see if it works here on this laptop. Try to show you here, but because right now you won't be able to see this one. Let me try to disconnect this one. As this is the admin one, it won't be the same as you have. Let me check here. Yeah, all right. See if I connect this one. I know what I will do. Let me try to join the Zoom with my phone so I can show you live. As I don't have the QR code popping on the Web Connect, I will investigate it later. Let's see here. Yeah, as Alexander said, don't be shy to ask questions. Let me see how it works on my phone to share my screen. All right.
I have a question.
Yes, Anthony.
So
Go
I
ahead,
have, the, thank you for your assistance earlier. I have 8,000 and I staked it. And then I added to that the one from this morning. And I haven't touched them not once since the staking. So that just adds to what the things that I've already staked, or the one that I staked today is the one that is, as you said,
Okay.
going to
So
be.
there is two different things. I guess the 8,000 you mentioned is the higher UNFT, right? The 8,000 MWC purchase. This one?
Yes,
Yeah. So
yes.
this one has nothing to do with the smart stake, where you stake the number of token that you staked earlier, where I help you to stake them back. So this is two different things. The one that you have the edit pusher, I guess the name, the 8,000 worth UNFT is the one producing fresh oil token. The smart stake is to be able to use some oil token, the one that you can claim. Currently, as you just purchased the UNFT, your oil token from that 8,000 UNFT can be claimed right now. You have a vesting period, so you need to wait 1 year or less than 1 year. So I guess you purchased those oil tokens into the market, and those tokens you succeeded to stake them into the smart stake. So right now you are full using each protocol, because at one place you are producing from the higher UNFT the oil token, and on the other side you bought some oil token in the market, and you are already making your holding working for you through SmartStake, where you will generate daily reward as well in SmartStake. So you are on the dot from your NFT producing, generating oil token, and at the same time from your current holding, you are multiplying those oil token.
Wow. Wow.
So we can do better than what you are currently doing. The only thing that we can do is buying more token and staking more, or buying more UNFT and accumulating more. But you are already doing the full version of what currently is available within the digital oil ecosystem. As they were just said, the best of both worlds. So congratulations for your commitment. You are enjoying your digital oil journey with both the UNFT and the SmartStake.
Thank you. I'm going to go buy some more.
So let me show you here how it works. As you can see, that position stake 164.9 oil. You can see the APY is 45%, right? And if we go into the protocol, that one was on the second protocol, yes. This one. Let me see here. Well, the average APY for this, I guess we all have the same amount stake there, because the average is 45.96, as you can see here. You can see my finger, but you can see the numbers in blue. And this one is, yeah, it's the average. So I guess everyone from that pool has this APY. So you can see this, and then if you go down, you will be able to see those rewards accumulating. And what does this mean? Next reward available in 20 hours. This is what I call the sink bottom, which will be, and you will discover after this countdown, move your reward to vesting. And when I will click each 24 hours, I can do that. 24 hours after the time I staked. Then I will see investing here when you can see 0. You see here 0. I will be able to see each token that I click and that I move to vesting. Then it will enter the vesting period. I don't remember which is for this one. It is 60 days, something like that. Or I can click early claim here. You see the claim bottom just below early claim with the 65% fee, which is penalties. And it's really straightforward. You see here, okay, I got my lifetime reward. Okay, that's fine. I move down. Oh, I can see my reward accumulating. This is the estimation. And each 24 hours, I can click here. You can see my finger. You can see the light on in that thing. You see, here, up. I will click here after 20 hours and 55 minutes, and boom, the daily rewards will goes back into investing. Is it clear for everyone? It's pretty straightforward.
Is that like on the previous platform? I should say. It seems like it is. It seems like it's very straightforward, like you explained.
Which platform?
The one from Dubai, or well after the dead box. Does that make sense?
No, I wasn't in that box, so I don't know if we are talking about the platform you used before, or if you talk about. I only know SmartStake, SmartMatch, and the DApp where you can stake your UNFT. Any product before or tool or technology, I wasn't aware about it.
No. You've explained everything quite well. Thank you very much. Gratitude.
No, always welcome. I just realized at some time you need to see that the front end will be worked out. As you can see, 124.62% APY here is not the correct one. I will investigate why. It's just some trick that we will do on chain on the front end to recover on chain data, but the one that you need to see is this one. And I will take out basically this one, so you will only see the staking scenes and the staking hand. So that's one stake for 364 days. Let me show you another wallet, so you will understand Dynamics APY, which is very important. Let me connect to another wallet to show you this. I don't remember which one it is. This one. SmartStake. Let me me share back my screen. This one will answer a lot of your question for the one that stake 50,000 token. Perfect. Here, if you can, now I will show you something else before. If we go to the first tier and I want to see some data, I click here. I can see that the average APY from that specific tier, the crude one, starting from 50,000 up to 150,000, the average is 20% APY. Why I'm telling you this is because if you go to this one stake 50,000 token, but as you can see, the APY is 50%. Why? Because the staking here was the maximum. First, the minimum of the amount, like 50,000, and the maximum of lock period, which make this position with the higher weight and a higher portion or higher shares in the pool, in the crude tier. So while you see the average APY at 20%, that one is 50%, for example. And when you stake for 7 days, you are fixed at 2.5%. So this is where for the same amount, the APY will change. And I will make sure that the right one is this one, the 50%, and I think so. Or that one, the 71%, but I don't think so. But anyway, this is just some cosmetics details from front end. And then you can see your reward here, the same things. That one generates, for example, so it's 50% the one you see as it's, we can see this one. It's 2.95 oil token per hour, which is nice. Anyway, this is how works the dynamics API, you see? Someone that staked the same amount of token, but maybe from 20 days, 100 days, from the same amount of token, won't have the same share because the weight will be lower than the position I'm showing you right now. And another thing, I encourage you that brands, there is only one staker and the average is 76%. So that means that one has 76%. And we can see the reward, you see? We can see the pending reward from that specific pool. We can see the penalties from the unstake, but the people that stake before the allocation, you already know why this happened and people are being able to restake again. So all is fine. You can see the pool balance that was increased by the penalty. And you can see the effective right above here. If you click on the information, you see here. No, it's not here, but it doesn't work here. You can see above the 383,000 oil, you have the effective, which is basically the original amount of the pool minus the pending reward. And you can see them in purple, which is pending. This is estimated. When it's total distributed, it's when the people click on the sync button and they are materialized on chain. But in the front end, you can see anything dynamic. It's called live tick, and it works this way. So you can have real-time on-chain value of the whole ecosystem. But then when it's materialized at some point and there is between a minute or another, huge dynamics before someone sync and so on, that can change a little bit. But what you can see right now, it's all on-chain. So it's pretty straightforward. You have all those tiers, you can see how it works, you can see anything from this one, the pool balance, the total distributed, the pending in purple. You can see the penalties basically. That means those 3.6 thousand oil token were adding back to the pool balance increasing the pool balance, increasing the APY of everyone in this specific pool. You have the daily weights that's been from this pool, no more than 259.96 oil token per day will be distributed. But when there is some penalties from unstake or from claiming rewards earlier, that daily weight increase because there is more token in the pool, and so on and so on. Then, of course, the one that matters for you is your position. You can see the amount of total stake. You can stake up to, you can see here, total position. You can stake up to 10 position. No more. It's to preserve the gas and all those structure that make, let's say, any situation of people waiting years of non-claiming and so on to don't be stuck because of the gas in the blockchain. So this is why you are limited to 10 position maximum at the same time. So choose wisely your 10 position. But when you stake a position, this is normal pending, so you can do it again and again, up to 10 active position at the same time.
She went
Any
by.
question?
Oh, sorry, I'm on mic, hot mic.
I hope I make it easier. I was just talking far away from my microphone. I don't know if the sound was good, but I try to make it simple for you tonight for this workshop. I hope you understand how works SmartStake, basically with three things that matters for you. The one is how much you want to stake and what is the tier you are looking for. The good thing is all different staked position that you have will summon to a same one. In other words, if I staked that position like 50,000, if I had 100,000, I will summarize 150. So I will be in the higher tier, which is the, I don't know the name, the blend one. So let's say I stake 3 times 50,000, I will become a blend stakeholder. And I will earn the reward from that specific pool, which is higher than the crude one. And so on and so on.
I like the fact that the different tiers are named to actual crude types. That's very excellent. I like that. I like the idea of that. It makes sense.
Yeah, they have been customized for the digital oil. And you will see from digital aqua, it will be customized for digital aqua. And for digital truck, it will be customized for digital truck as well. And for all the people that staked or are planning to stake, remember, once you staked, go back 24 hours later and click on the move my reward to vesting. So then you can materialize your reward. You can see how it works properly and you can feel it. Of course, I know when you will stake, you will go back to the app 5 minutes later to see if everything is working fine and see your pending reward, which is fine. But remember, only 24 hours later, and each 24 hours after that, you can claim, not claim your reward for your wallet, but I mean, you can move your pending reward to vesting. So you can materialize them and starting their vesting period. But if you do that in 1 month or 2 months, that's fine as well. The process will just take and flush 45 days of reward, bring them to vesting. Maybe some of them will be already vested, and so on and so on. So if it takes 6 months, it will be 6 months per 45 days. So maybe it will be like, I don't know, 5 times or 6 times you will need to click to the bottom, but it will work the same way.
Did I just hear 24 hours? After 24 hours, we should go and do
Yeah.
push the vesting button every. That's cool.
Every
So we can
24
check.
hours, if you remember, But then if you forgot, it's fine as well. It will work. It just to understand that reward will be, let's say, labeling per day. So this is why there is those 24 hours period. And we just adding into the front end, and you will see now, I already shown you earlier, you have the countdown. So you know exactly how many time left before you can flush or before you can move your reward to vesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are just bringing them, moving them to vesting. But you can claim them, Leon. I don't encourage you to do that. But if you do that, maybe I will be happy because your penalties will be adding to the pool and we will all enjoy them. So that means you can claim them. But yeah, yeah, they are investing. But the smart stake philosophy is reward the one that commit and that remain patient, but we also taking care as human beings of things that life can bring to us, emergency or needs or whatever. So when I designed this protocol, I didn't want to, even if people decided that, okay, I will log for 365 days, I mean, no one decide for anyone. So the people decided and was willing to lock. But even with that, I was thinking about what life can bring in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And I wanted to allow the system to be flexible without encouraging the people to cheat the system as well. So this is why there is the end staking even before your locked period, but you have 35% of penalties, which will never compensate from the reward you will have by then. So this is designed to being flexible without favoring wrong behavior. You know what I mean? So, and this is the same process from claiming rewards. At some point, people want to see maybe if it's real or maybe they are just in needs. But as it's rewards, we get a little bit more, let's say, strict, and we apply the 75% of penalties. Always welcome. See you tomorrow at the same time with Shad for the weekly call. And enjoy SmartStake. If there is any question, the group is always open. So you know that there is always someone to help each other. This is the beauty of the community. And we will do more workshop. I just enjoyed this one. I told you that I plan to do on Tuesday, but I was very busy, so my apologize. But next week we will do also for the smart swap, smart match technology. We will do a workshop and also for the DApp. So we will go into the more, let's say, tools workshop, and then we'll go back into the overview of MWC Club and so on, the presentation, so you can invite some guests to understand what you are doing right now, how they can enjoy the system from being both clients or an affiliate or just a retail to enjoy the platform for free and taking advantage of the information from MWC Marketplace, discover the partners, and at some point participate to Digital Oil, Digital Aqua, Digital Truck, ESG, DCX, and Digital Truck will be available. If not tonight, it will be tomorrow. So directly from MWC Club, your dashboard, your back office, you will be able to see in the MWC Marketplace Digital Truck, which is already live. But now you will see the website and you will be able to participate in the zero block pre-sale of your NFT. And The reward will start being live on the 1st June. But starting between tonight or tomorrow, you will be able to anticipate and purchase your digital truck UNFT for anyone that want to participate to this project as well. Thanks again for your attention, for the blessings. Congratulations for the one that commit themselves and use the SmartStake. I appreciate always the positive feedback. And let's move forward and make it a reality for a lot of people. And hopefully, MWC Club is going to make those projects on the spotlight, and so people can change their daily routine regarding their focus, discipline, action, and also dreams. So have a good and blessed evening, everyone, or afternoon, and we see each other tomorrow. Ciao.
Thank you. Excellent present. Excellent nuts and bolts. Appreciate it.